How's your weather up there?
Cold, very cold.
Cold.
The snow is just starting. Our most recent update on our winter storm warning is now between 9 and 16 inches by Monday noon.
Wow.
Yeah, and then so we went out Friday to do our preemptive shopping because, we wanted to get ahead of all the panic buyers. We have main roads, so we're not necessarily in the boonies. We're in the middle of town. I'm sure we can get everything. I Blue Bonnet. I'm sure we can get everything where we can. But people around here are going to panic, so we're going to go out and, oh my God, I got to buy milk. I got to buy
Yep.
bread. I got to buy toilet paper.
Yep.
Hello, John.
Hi, John P. How are you?
How are you?
Hi,
How are
Blue
you guys
Bonnet.
doing tonight?
Yeah, how is everybody? This is Mr. Kansas, you guys. Rick Topeka.
Ooh.
I am having internet issues today. I hope it's okay.
Yep, so far so good on my end.
Okay.
So
I think I'm mostly on cell service because our internet is just I don't know what's going on with it.
mm,
John P. Thank you, buddy. How are ya? Okay. There we go. 2 a.m. over there. Ingrid causing damage. Ingrid the storm. Tasty Peanut. Hi, Tasty Peanut. Hi, Richard.
Richard, hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Nice seeing you too, Richard. Hey, question about okay, John P. Ingrid, is that the name of your storm, Ingrid?
Yeah, I guess they
Because
name winter storms now too,
yeah.
right?
Well, hi Becky, how are you?
Hi, Becky.
Anyways, as you know, here in North America, I can try to get comfortable on the share. We name our hurricanes because why not? Well, we have the federal government, which is the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Agency, which is in charge of the National Weather Service. And then we got the guys at the Weather Channel. And we all know the Weather Channel. That's where there's a storm somewhere, and they get the guys outside in windbreakers pretending to be Marcel and walking against the wind when it's like a 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing. But they're like, oh, like that. Well, anyways, the National Weather Service is trying to name winter storms. This storm that we're having now is Winter Storm Fern, Fern. Hey, Big Tender, how you doing? Hi, Squirrel Kelly.
Hi, Callie. Hi,
So
Sonal. Hi, Big Tender.
So the Weather Channel is calling this Winter Storm Fern. The National Weather Service is saying, yeah, no. So we own the only people that are naming these things the names or giving it names is the Weather Channel, and nobody else is picking up on it. But they're insisting. They make sure they send their team of meteorologists all over the place so they can stand in ankle high snow and complain about how conditions are terrible are. Oh my God, it's horrible out here in the streets. And like in the background across the street, you see like two kids walk in shorts walking by, because kids wear shorts. So, Kelly Hurd, hi.
Hi,
Kelly,
Kelly.
are you icing down there yet? You got the ice, you got the sleet, you got the snow. Did you
Yeah,
get
she
the
said
Did you get the grapple yet? I love grapple.
grapple. I haven't heard that term in quite a few years.
Grapple. That's like if the hamburger was a weatherman. He looked at the map, go grapple, 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 grapple. I enjoy that. So anyways, Fern, don't name your winter storms. Just say, because I mean, we all remember the big storm of 2022, the big storm of 2019, the big storm of 2016, the big storm of whatever. Did it have a name? No, we ain't gonna remember no winter names. We'll remember the hurricanes. They're more fun. So
They don't. They don't name tornadoes.
no, they don't. Tornado Timmy is coming. Flee! So yeah, it's which which is why Twister is a silly movie.
Yeah, I like that movie though. Becky, you got
Yeah,
snow?
yeah, but you got what's her name, trying to follow Twister because it killed her father, like
Helen
it had a
Hunt, right?
conscience, like it knew, like it's. I mean, it was a meteorological thing. Then it turned into a western. I'm looking for the tornado that shot my paw. It doesn't work like that. It's just a tornado. It'll suck back up in the clouds or the little form somewhere else. A tornado does not have that long of a lifespan. Are they nasty? Yes. Do they cause damage? Yes. Can they kill people? Unfortunately, yes. But they're
Mhm.
not, they're much less sentient than tornado. I mean hurricanes, even though hurricanes aren't sentient. I mean, it's a good movie, but the premise is silly because I don't want to say the tornado that killed her father she was able to follow it, but no, it just whatever it is. But that's how good movie, silly plot. But if you suspend your disbelief, yeah. What's her name? I totally forgot her name
10 inches of snow.
in that
Helen
movie.
Hunt.
Helen Hunt. Good
Helen
gravy.
Hunt.
Yeah,
I love her.
yeah. I am lousy with names, and the name just went poof in my head, and I've totally forgotten all about
Yeah,
that.
I like that movie too, you guys. Yeah, that's a good movie. So,
Okay.
how's everybody's weekend going? Tornado Alley. Well, my husband and I were talking about that because, even us, like we live where we could get a hurricane, but it's not easy just to pack up and move when you live somewhere and you have a job and you might have family and kids in school. I mean, it's not easy to just leave an area that you live because of tornadoes or
Yeah.
hurricanes or whatever, because
And
it's
I
just,
mean,
it's not easy.
tornadoes almost anywhere in America.
Yeah.
And in fact, the
Well, he's talking
tornado,
Tornado Alley, and I
right.
understand that too, but what are they supposed to do? All of them just pack up and move? I mean, it's not,
Well,
you just
actually, from what they said, Tornado Alley from 20 years ago has actually shifted a
moved.
little
Yeah.
more to the south and east. It used to be pretty much in the plains, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and that area there, maybe going into Nebraska. Now a lot of it's happening more towards southern Missouri, Arkansas, northern Louisiana, and Alabama. So just and it could be anywhere. In fact, we had a major outbreak. It was 1985 here in Western Pennsylvania. We had like 25 tornadoes break out. It was May 31st, 1985.
Mhm.
It just it's just how the winds blow,
Yep.
literally and figuratively. So,
Pezzo, hi Pezzo.
oh, Pezzo, there's a
Hey,
fella Yinzer there. Okay,
Yinzer.
Yinzer, that's right. Pezzo knows what that is. And if this was 50 years ago, me and Pezzo would just have gotten done watching Lawrence Welk and then Hee Haw on Channel 11, if I remember. Because for some reason, our Channel 11, they thought it's a great idea on a Saturday night to put the Lawrence Welk show and all the bubble music, the Andrews sisters and all that with the accordions and all that, and like, and then after that you had Hee Haw, Junior Samples, BR 549, hey yo, it's just because those go to get together well, Lawrence Welk and Hee Haw. It's like ice cream and gravy. It go together real nice. So I have no idea. Who else here? Hey, do we have any doom scrollers here? I'll make you doom scrollers feel at home. Here's a doom scroll puzzle for you. If you can read that, you probably can't read it because it's backwards, right? But anyways, imagine it's a bunch of math things that don't add up, and you have no idea what the is, and then it tells you that the answer is not what you think. And then down below, there's a picture of a bug-eyed old guy drinking a
Oh
quart of
no, he did
Castle.
homework. He did his
Huh?
homework with this, guys.
Yeah, I did my homework. In
You sure
fact,
did.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a trivia question. See if anybody out there knows it.
Nobody said there was gonna be homework.
I didn't.
I'm
I did my homework. Don't worry about that.
I'm
All
not
right,
prepared.
that's okay. This is a pop quiz,
Hi,
and
Regina. Hi,
weekend pop
Worthy.
quizzes are always who you have. Oh,
Mr.
hi,
Worthy.
Regina. Sonal's on here. Hi, Sonal. Hi, Stab.
Worthy.
Who else we gonna? Oh, so good. Sonal, Big Tender. Hey, how you doing?
Rick passed the test. Sonal.
I passed the test. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give you three songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you what do these three songs have in common? I know somebody's gonna get this.
Okay.
Okay, some
You
things
guys
never
ready?
change. You guys ready? Some things never change by Devo. Young Americans by David Bowie, and Day in the Life by the Beatles. Somebody's gonna know that.
Hi, Cameron.
Hey Cam, how you doing?
Hi, Yusuf.
Hello, Yusuf. Have a good night to you. You take care.
They are all song titles with English lyrics. I win the prize, says Mr. Worthy.
Mr. Worthy. Oh, as technically correct as you are, we got it's a little more deeper than that. Uh Pezzo. No, actually, Devo is not British. You should know Devo was originally from Akron, Ohio.
No
Akron,
way,
Ohio,
really?
but Akron, Ohio. Originally, so were the Pretenders before they moved to England.
Oh, so they say the Pretenders. Wow, really?
Yep, they started out, and there was also an artist, a group you could say that end up becoming the Waitresses. If you remember the Waitresses had two big songs in the '80s. I Know What Boys Like, and then they had the Christmas rapping song, Merry Christmas. But I think I'll skip this one this year. Merry Christmas. But I think I'll skip this one this year. Uh, yeah,
I
this
know
is
that song.
you. That's why I sang it. But anyway,
Mm.
so Devo, Some Things Never Change. David Bowie, Young Americans, and the Beatles, Stay in the Life.
Christy Hine was no high, and yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she was. She was part of the
I
Akron scene.
I never would have known that.
It's amazing with goofy nonsense. I know. But anyways, I don't know if anybody's actually trying to figure which song. Oh, what the use of nice seeing you too. Which song did you never hear of before? So it was that Christmas rapping song. It was a minor hit, but it was one of those things that happened to snowball, and you'll hear it a lot during the Christmas season. Once you get sick of hearing what's your name in that song? Da da
Mariah
da da
Carey.
da da. Da. But thank you, Mariah Carey. Good
Hmm.
gravy. Uh, okay, Devo. Some things never change. David Bowie, Young Americans, and Beatles' Day in the Life. All three songs have this phrase in them. I heard the news today. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness, yes.
All three of those songs have that in there. The Diva one's a little more obscure, but it actually leads off like the three of the verses lead off of that phrase, and of course David Bowie has the women's chorus at the end of his song, singing that too, and of course the Beatles were the ones that started that phrase. But all three of those songs have had I heard the news today. Oh boy.
Wow. Interesting. Look at that, guys.
and and and
Hi,
you're
Grumpy.
just you're just a little more smarter than you were 2 minutes ago now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy Quaid. How's it going? Son double. Hey, how's it going, Randy? Randy Quaid. I'm sick of Mariah Carey's too. Yeah, me too. Not a huge Bowie fan. I'm not a. I was. I wasn't a big fan, but I really liked him a lot.
Who's that?
David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie. There's some songs of his I really like, and some actually I once it hit 1983. I mean, they just played the whatever out of like Let's Dance and China Girl and all that. Actually, I didn't like that album, but I loved Fame and
Fame, yes. We used to
oh
do the bump to the song Fame.
yeah,
Remember the bump?
I remember that. And actually, Golden Years. I loved Golden Years. You remember Golden Years, Kelly?
Hmm.
Mm. Don't let me
No.
hear you say life's taking you nowhere.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Angels. Oh yeah,
Yep.
that song slaps. So
I like a lot of his songs. It's funny because after he passed away, I heard they were playing like tributes on the radio,
oh
and
yeah,
I'm like, I didn't know that was David Bowie. I didn't know that was David Bowie. I didn't know that was David Bowie.
I know.
And I was shocked. All those songs that are fantastic. I'm like, I never knew that was him singing them.
He was quite the chameleon when it came to pop music like that. Dr. Zeus, hi.
Dr. Zeus, how's it going?
Yep, that's right.
They were the legends for sure. Cam for sure.
Oh yeah.
They were, they're the Beatles. They're gonna be legendary forever.
If I can do the
China
dance,
Girl. Hmm.
no, I cannot. I cannot do the worm. I mean, you can't see me, but look at me for God's sakes. I can't do the worm. And Pezzo, yeah, Bowie and Under Pressure with Freddie Mercury. That was a great song.
The Bump. That's right.
Uh,
Looks calm as it is very calm right now, and they both should be coming back too. Randy in real life funny.
okay, so I got Pezzo on here,
Hmm.
fellow Yinzer or Western Pennsylvanian, as we never call each other. We always call each other Yinzers. So, what about that Mike McCarthy hiring for the Steelers?
You disagree about the Beatles?
What up about the what up? Wait, what up about the Beatles, Kelly?
Kelly Hurt says I disagree about the Beatles. That they were legends. Pezzo says he's not real thrilled. Hi, Deshita.
He's not real thrilled. Yeah, but basically, we let one coach walk out, and we end up hiring somebody who is exactly the same coach, a good enough coach, but basically has this is the same style of coaching. He's gonna have the Steelers go 9-8 or 10-7 again, and just be good enough to make seventh place and join get in the playoffs, and then get blown out. It's the same thing. And as for the Beatles, early on, the Beatles did a lot of expanding. The Beatles expanded how pop music worked in the early, like late 50s, early 60s era. They introduced some new chording structure and some new voicing. So they actually did that. I Want to Hold Your Hand is actually a lot more complicated structurally than it sounds. And the fact that they were able to do that was fantastic. Then
Well,
they
all their
did
songs were like that, pretty much, though, weren't they?
right, yeah. Well, then when you got into your Sergeant Pepper and your White Album, they got a little more experimental, and
Hmm.
then when Let It Be happened, when they had the whole upheaval and the whole Yoko thing and all that. I mean, it got a little but I mean, I am not a huge fan, but I do recognize the Beatles.
I'm more of a fan of the Beatles now than I ever was.
Let's see, Dire Straits,
Oh, I love Dire
Meatloaf,
Straits.
Dire Straits.
I love Meatloaf.
My favorite
The
Dire
Eagles.
Straits song. My favorite Dire Straits song was "Industrial Disease,"
Oh,
which
seriously?
I think that was on the album before Brothers in Arms. And then
Hmm.
Meatloaf,
The
People
Eagles are my one of my all-time favorites too.
people make fun of Meatloaf, but Meatloaf was one heck of a singer. He
I
really
loved Meatloaf
was.
too, yeah. Mhm. He was just so different than the norm back then, and that's what I loved about him. He's just himself.
Well, yeah. Well, the great thing was if you go back to now, I know Kelly, you've never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Mm-mm.
Well, that started out as a show in London, the Rocky Horror Show, and it was basically a live theater show. And the part that Meatloaf ended up getting the role for was because he was the only person who could sing melodically and get all of the words that were written in on time.
Oh.
I mean, he was basically singing 32nd and 64th notes lyrically, and you were able to hear him enunciate every single word. And then he hooked up with songwriter Jim Steinman, and all the Meatloaf songs were written by Jim Steinman. So the 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The Paradise by the Dashboard Light, those were all written by him. And in fact, Jim Steinman wrote a lot of other songs for other artists, such as let's see, um, Making Love Out of Nothing at All by REO Speedwagon.
I love that
Uh,
song too. Mhm.
Total Eclipse of the Heart by Don Bonnie Tyler.
Yep.
And It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion.
Oh, I love
They
that. I have that on my
they
on my phone. Mhm.
basically any song that has at least 15 words in the title, he wrote it. And yeah, that's pretty much. And because I mean his orchestration and the way he would travel around the circle of fifths and the way he would modulate his chording structure and the verbose lyrical content made him almost unparalleled. I mean, he actually could have been like another Sondheim and done stuff, on Broadway regularly. Just his song structure and his writing style. He could have seriously gone to Broadway and written musicals. He would have been like the early Lin Manuel Miranda, whatever his name is, or Stephen Sondheim, or geez, Rogers and Hammerstein. Who knows? Rogers and Hammerstein musical. Okay, I'm losing the crowd now. So how is everybody?
How is
Everybody's
everybody?
everybody's waiting for the big talk.
What's what's the big talk? What did I miss?
We gotta have we have to have the big talk about anthropomorphized animals, and
Oh, that's right.
especially their clothing choices. Now, first things first. You want to give an animal in a cartoon human attributes? Sure, go for it. Could be funny. Uh, like Brian on Family Guy or the bear on the Cleveland Show or whatever. Um, if you want to give them semi human traits but not have them talk, that's fine as well. Look at Snoopy in the Peanuts. I mean, no, Snoopy doesn't talk except for that old garble thing wherever he swears or whatever. But he walks spine upright, one foot in front of the other. You know, and he doesn't sleep curled up in his log house. He sleeps on his back on top on the roof, which I don't know how that could be so good for his posture. But anyways, next level is when you're going to put clothes on animals. Okay, animals without clothes, perfectly fine. We're all good with that. The minute you put clothes on animals, if you put a shirt on an animal but not pants, that's just wrong. Okay? Look, animals without clothes is fine. Okay, we got it. Now, the minute you start introducing articles of clothing on anthropomorphized animals, you're introducing the concept of modesty now. And now it's like, Well, we got to put clothes on them so we don't show their bits or what like that. So Mickey Mouse has pants. Okay, good on you. Okay, Donald Duck has a shirt. Where's his pants? How come Mickey can go shirtless and Donald Duck can go pantsless? And here's the thing: Mickey Mouse with pants on, yes, proper. Donald Duck with no pants on, no, scares me.
What? Wait, why does it scare you?
Because with clothes, you're introducing modesty. That means you're putting clothes on animals because, well, why do humans wear clothes? Aside from the whole staying warm thing, it became out of modesty. Going back to Adam and Eve and the tree of knowledge, and they ate the fruit from the tree of knowledge, and all of a sudden they discovered they were naked, so now they are sewing on fig leaves. Okay, that's where the modesty comes in. So, if you have no clothes on animals whatsoever, there's no concept of modesty being introduced, so it's no big deal. But then, now look, if you put clothes on all the animals, for example, if anybody watches BoJack Horseman, all the animal people on BoJack Horseman wear shirts and pants and dresses and whatever like that. That's perfect. That because everybody is fully clothed. You cannot halfly clothe an animal. And if you halfly clothe an animal, you can't put the bottom half on one and just the top half on the other and not have it be freaky. What say you, chat?
What do you guys think about what Rick's saying? Smashed raw with a bag over your head? Next question. What is your problem? Get lost, punk. I'm not taking no more junk from these people anymore.
That's all right. I'm inciting them.
Oh my god, you're talking about cartoon characters with pants. That shouldn't incite
That's right.
anybody. Daffy Duck was
Uh,
just ducking around without clothes, keeping it real.
Daffy, but Daffy Duck is not wearing pants.
Thanks, Cam.
Yeah. Now look, Kelly
Okay,
Hurd.
well, wait a minute. Wait, I have a question. Is this limited
Sure.
to just cartoon characters?
Well, yeah, because humans going around without pants, I don't think that needs a discussion, does it?
Well, no. My question was because we do put T-shirts on Little Daisy, but we don't put little shorts on her.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, but she doesn't walk upright and have a conversation with you,
No, she doesn't.
so you don't have to worry about that. No, no, no. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not talking about reality. I'm talking about cartoons. That's all.
Oh, hey, the boat's coming back. Watch. You guys want to see it come back? Here he comes. He's backing up. If I mute, it's because they have music going. Hopefully they don't. Hey, Regina, what's going on? Here comes that big boat, guys. I was hoping we would see it come back.
Does it have one of those horns that go like prrr, prrr,
If
have
he
one of
does,
those
he does.
horns?
He never has used it here. Happy to see it.
Oh, beep 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 beep. That work? Mhm.
It's a nice boat.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Anyways, just showing you that.
Yeah. So, anyways, you can go ahead and dress up Miss Daisy May. You're fine. Just
Okay.
yeah.
Kelly, next time just block, hide. You have permission to block and hide. I'm not putting up with the nonsense in 2026. No
Yeah.
nonsense.
Well, you're putting up with my nonsense, and I'm live. So
No, 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 no. That's no. That's Waldo is returning the boat. He is.
I I just gave a 10-minute dissertation on why Donald Duck should wear pants, and you're not calling that nonsense.
I have to turn you up so I can hear you better. Now that they're both there, it's kind of loud. Okay, there we go. Who's driving the boat?
S- Oh, Sonal, thank you.
Rick,
I'm
you're
I,
awesome. That's the difference. There you
I'm
go.
I'm not awesome. I'm just loud. That's all I am. I'm just loud. I just have stupid opinions, and I I don't. I looked at my watch. It's half past. Give a damn. So whatever. So
The nudniks. There you go. Maybe that's why Donald Duck was always mad because he.
yeah, yeah, because somebody stole his pants. And the worst part was every other duck. Okay, another thing. Every other duck in the Disney universe, like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Uncle Scrooge McDuck, and Ducktales Duck, and all the other ducks had regular voices. Poor Donald had that speech impediment. You couldn't understand what the hell he was talking about. Why couldn't they give him a regular voice? Worse worse than that, sticking in the Disney universe, who punished Pluto?
For what?
Every critter in the Disney universe is some sort of anthropomorphized being. A mouse, a duck, a horse, whatever. They can all walk upright. Then there's Goofy. I don't know what Goofy is, but there's Goofy, like that. So, and then there's Pluto. Pluto is a subservient pet walking on all fours. Why? Was he the only regular dog, Kelly? I don't know.
What do you mean by regular?
I and what I was doing was the whole rabbit season, duck season thing for 40 years of my life or whatever like that. So I wasn't paying too much attention, but I just noticed that everybody in the immediate Disney universe were all animals, except were animals that walked upright and spoke, except for poor Pluto.
Hi, Just One Sue. Did you know Goofy was Walt Disney's least favorite character? Really?
Oh yeah.
I did not. I wasn't Charlie Brown his favorite. Well, not. Never mind. Not
Oh,
that. Not Disney. Never mind.
oh,
I.
funny pickles. You are a laugh riot.
I'm Mary. Funny pickles.
Yeah.
I'm missing all the good stuff. It's going by too
That's
fast.
okay. That's okay. You want to talk smack on you? I'll just throw you in timeout for 86,000 seconds.
Yeah.
Mary's
Don't.
gigs. Hi, how
Don't
are you?
worry about
Oh,
that.
Sue. Hey, Sue.
Hi, Susie
How you
Q.
doing, Sue? All right. Speaking of anthropomorphized people, anthropomorphized critters that wear shirts and no pants. Sue, this is for you. Pezzo, this is for you. For anybody else in Pennsylvania, this is for you as well. Gus. Gus is the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania. Gus is basically the critter that they have selling lottery tickets. He especially selling the scratch off tickets for the state of Pennsylvania. And of course, because he's a groundhog and he's got claws, his little funny thing is the phrase, keep on scratching. So, because Pennsylvania already has a famous groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil.
Right.
Gus became the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania. He sells lottery tickets. He's a groundhog. He wears a shirt. He doesn't wear pants. Sue, do you see? Do you see what Sue just wrote there?
No, that's just creepy.
Yes, thank you. And it's not like he's creepy in a scary sort of way. He's creepy in a socially misadjusted kind of way. He's just it's like he's oh, the voice too. Keep on scratching. That's his voice.
Hmm. Hi,
So,
Jamie
anyways,
Brown.
so creepy voice, no pants, shills out lottery tickets, and yet he's a
Funny.
mascot. Exactly. So he's a mascot. So that's what we got going on there. Don't mind the big water jug. It just happens to be there. So okay, chat. What are y'all doing in there?
What's
Oh,
up,
there's
Kenny?
hello, Blue Bonnet and Sonal. We got you, sir. Thank you very much, Richard.
And Blue Bonnet. Hey, Scott McIntyre. Good morning from
Oh,
Scotland.
Scotland. Good morning, then.
We have friends in Scotland.
That's where my younger daughter on their honeymoon, they went for a cruise. They went for a cruise around Ireland, Northern Ireland. Well, no, actually the British Isles, the entire thing there. I know
Oh,
they
nice.
just they got a couple stops in Ireland. I'm not sure if they went to Northern Ireland or not, and they were in Scotland for a bit too. And then they did a little bit down towards London, that area. They were like London, like East Anglia, mouth of the Thames thing going on there. So
Nice.
oh, it was. She sent me a whole bunch of pictures of castles and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
that's what
Yep.
which is funny because of if you're an American and you see a castle, what's the first thing you think? Disney. No, castles have been oh, the Magic Kingdom. No, no, no. Castles have been around for 1,000 years or so. And, you
Yeah.
know, it, you know, it other people's culture is much older than American culture.
Yeah. Well, my son and I went to Ireland. We stayed in castles every time we stopped.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I just
Very
wish,
nice.
you know. I mean, yeah, I'm proud of our heritage, and and now that we're turning 250 years old this year, has anybody actually seen any hoopla that we're turning 250 years old this year? This was nothing. And Kelly, you can vouch beyond this. In 1976, when America turned 200,
Oh
how
God, I
much
remember it.
hoopla? How much hoopla was there?
I remember it to this day.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I mean, God, it was red, white, and blue. Everything, everything was red, white, blue. Everything was bicentennial, bicentennial, bicentennial. You could buy bicentennial bread. They had bicentennial ice cream.
Milk
You could have
cartons.
bought a
Mhm.
bicentennial kazoo for all I know.
Yeah.
They buy bicentennial bicycles, which made it cool because then you get the first syllable bicentennial bicycles, and it's like, oh, it's a whole new thing of alliteration going on. But I had a Huffy Independence. It was a bicentennial bicycle.
Well, I did go to Wales actually, Richard, when I was in Scotland. Or wait a minute.
Woody
Let's look at London.
Woodpecker. Wait, Woody Woodpecker wore gloves.
You're a 76 baby grumpy? Oh, well, I remember 70s. I was born in the 60s.
Same here. Yep. Yeah,
Yes, Game of
1976.
Thrones. Yeah. When we were in Scotland, everything was this Game of Thrones tour and this tour. And I'm like, no, we don't even watch that stuff. Neither one of us. Your bucket list? Yeah. Scotland, Ireland, England. We went to all there. It was all beautiful. We want to go back because we didn't have really a lot of time. in Scotland. We were there for 6 days, but we were busy, busy, busy the whole time we were there. You found Woody Woodpecker had no clothes, just gloves.
We had that robe, you know. I'm going to allow that because it covered up his nether region. So the robe was okay because because basically it went down to his knees. And plus, Scatman Crothers voiced him. Scatman Crothers was always cool. His name was Scatman. Just how it is there. But Hong Kong food is always good. And Woody Woodpecker, um, they needed to do the glove thing because that's how he shoved his feathers in there so he could grab onto things. It's because he didn't have the opposable thumbs and all that because he just had wings. They had to take the wings in there and they had to push out the feathers to fit in there so he could actually grab things. Henry the Chicken Hawk. I don't did he have clothes? No, but what's her name's little baby chick had that beanie and glasses. That's now there you go. Now you're putting glasses on a cartoon character. Who was the optometrist?
Yeah, well, okay, one of my favorite movies is The Incredible Mr. Limpet. He wore
That's right.
glasses.
That's exactly right. Well, that
He was a
was
fish with glasses.
he was a human with glasses, and then I don't know what he hit his head or whatever. He ended up in the water, and he hallucinated that he was a fish with glasses.
I love that movie.
So not oh, it's actually a funny movie,
It's a
but
really cute movie.
well, it's Don Knotts. I mean, how can you go wrong with Don Knotts?
Right,
I mean, God.
exactly.
Oh, Pezzo, you were talking about the weather in '76. 1 year later, 1977, that's when Johnstown had their big flood.
And that's when Buffalo had a blizzard, big
Yeah.
blizzard.
hmm
Blizzard
Well,
77,
we had that too early on. That was what, like January.
January 28th.
Oh,
I'll,
Oh
I'll never
yeah,
forget it.
no, we had like 15 inches of snow. There was like 2 inches of ice and all that. I remember basically school was closed for an entire week. But the cool thing was because I live in town, I'm actually a block away from our junior high school, and me and three or four other kids in the neighborhood, we whenever we get bored with sled riding and snowballs fights and all that good stuff like that. We actually walked over to the junior high one day and we found that it was open because the custodian was in there, cleaning things up, even though nobody was there. So my one friend Robbie knew him, or his father knew him, well, like that, and he would actually let us into the gymnasium. He gave us a couple basketballs. We were able to play basketball while school was closed. We played basketball in the gym. This was Monday. Word spread Tuesday, Wednesday. By the time Friday came out, even though there was still no school, we actually had enough kids and we actually were able to form teams and we were able to sweet talk the custodian into hooking up the scoreboard. And we were actually playing basketball with a scoreboard and a timer and everything. Could we
Well, I
have gone to
remember the
school?
oh, go ahead. I
Yeah.
remember the blizzard because my aunt and uncle were stranded at our house for 4 days. I think it was
Oh,
4
geez.
days.
Yeah.
My mom couldn't go to work, nobody could get out, the snow was up past our roof. It was terrible. It's
Oh, my
terrible.
God. Yeah. Oh, I think with that storm we had, it might have been ice more than anything, but and it was 77. And then,
Oh,
like 6 months later, in the middle of July. I think it was July 17th. Now everybody knows Johnstown, the Johnstown flood. They
stinky
actually had
Johnstown, isn't it stinky?
Stinky. No, Johnsonburg is Stinky.
Johnsonburg,
Uh,
okay, I knew it was one of them.
you're talking about the one on 219 that has all the paper
Uh-huh,
mills in it. Yeah,
yep,
that's Johnsonburg. Oh my
okay.
God. Oh,
Stinky.
the width of that town. See, no, Johnstown is. about 55 to 60 miles uh, east southeast of Pittsburgh. And
East, southeast. Okay.
yeah, and that's where they had the big flood of 1889, where 2,000 over 2,000 people died. That was
Wow.
the very first mission of the American Red Cross was in the aid in Johnstown. As Clara Barton there. They had a big flood in 37 or 36, I think it was. And then they finally had the last flood in July 17th, 1977. A thunderstorm basically parked itself over the town of Johnstown, and it had like 11 inches of rain overnight. And where I live, it was close enough to the mountains where the temperature inversion made the storm stall that I could actually see lightning like 4 or 5 miles away. And it was just like lightning constantly all night.
Mm.
The most expensive place now, haven't you? What was that for me? Or is that for somebody else? That's perfect. Oh, that's for Richard. Okay, that's not me. Oh yeah, I mean the lightning was just ugh. And I remember because the firemen had their carnival that week. Um, so and I don't know why. I want to say it was also around the time of the All Star game too. But it's amazing the stuff you remember. But yeah, that was the third Johnstown flood. Then after they got that cleaned out, the Army Corps of Engineers did some flood control stuff there, and took care of a few things there. So hopefully it'll never flood again. Just saying. So
I remember a bad flood in Corning, New York, too. I want to say it was back in the early 70s, early to mid, because I remember people coming up to stay in Buffalo because it was so bad with the flooding. They said that the water was like 10 feet high into people's houses.
that might have been the one hurricane.
No, it wasn't a
Either
hurricane, it
her
was just a flood.
oh, it wasn't okay because I know they had the hurricane. Oh,
This is way back, way. I was probably like 14, so you're talking, mid 70s.
oh no, I was talking like around 72. It might have been
Oh, that, that,
Hurricane
that
Alice.
does sound familiar, 72, though. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
because
might be
that
right.
that was the time That was the time that Congress was trying to figure out what to do with the bankrupt Penn Central Railroad, and then basically the big hurricane hit there, and I think it basically wrecked most of the Erie Lackawanna Railroad's infrastructure, so they had declared bankruptcy too. I think
Mm,
there was problems with the Renning Railroad at that time. I don't know if it was Alice. I can't remember which hurricane it was, but it was one of the ones that came in. It was like off coast, and then it came up like through the Delaware Valley or through the Chesapeake Valley or whatever,
mm.
and basically parked itself over northeastern Pennsylvania and central New York in that area there. I know our river down here. It went up a good bit, and they built a dam back in the 50s further about 10 miles down from me that they would shut the dam off, so if the water got so high it would automatically close the floodgates to save Pittsburgh from being flooded, because the Johnstown flood, the river that flooded was called the Conemaugh River, which goes past me, that empties into the Kiskiminetas River at Salzburg, and then the Kiskiminetas River empties into the Allegheny at Freeport, and then it goes down to Pittsburgh. And there was no dam there, so Johnstown flooded, then we flooded, then Salzburg flooded, then Freeport flooded. Well, Paulo didn't flooded in between there, and then it got the whole way down to Pittsburgh flooded. So they built a dam not too far from where I live, and now they basically made everybody who lived below 980 feet above sea level to make the move. and we lost a whole bunch of little towns around
Oh,
here. There were like 6 or 7 little, like no, not that this town with 5,000 was a huge town, but we actually like little subsections of towns. But because they were all closer to the river, all those people had to move because it all became floodplain. So then nobody would come here to live anymore because why? And 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 now the reason why nobody comes to live here anymore is now good God why? But that's a different story. So but yeah, that's weather.
mhm. Yep.
Oh, Richard has something here. Wait, over here to east. Oh wow.
Oh, wow. 1987. You were just a little kid. By the way, guys, Richard's birthday is right around the corner.
Oh yeah. Let me
Mhm.
see. I don't see it. Where?
Mm.
Oh, that wasn't literal. Never mind. Okay.
Hi, Notorious. Hi, nobody really, by the way. Hi, nobody really.
Oh, nobody's here. High note. Hi, nobody. Hi,
Somebody really.
notorious.
Sorry, somebody who's nobody, somebody. Relaxing music. Also, hello, relaxing music. Irish Queen stopped in on her break. Thank you so much, young lady.
Thank you, Irish Queen. Nobody, somebody. I'm glad you're here.
Me too. You were a baby bluebonnet. You're still a baby bluebonnet.
Oh,
You were two, Richard.
but back in '87.
Yeah, he's just a baby.
Ah, I'm telling you what. 1987 Manchester. I would have loved to have been there.
Mm. Anywhere over there, really, with the music. Can you
Well,
imagine?
oh, Manchester. The music scene in Manchester makes you want to sneeze, which we're going to right now.
I used to fantasize about living over there in the early 80s.
Oh, pardon me. Good gravy. Notorious, we are doing great. If this actually, let me take a peek out the window. Let me see if we got snow yet.
All right. One of Pennsylvania's best confections, Mellow Cups. Oh, I love Mellow
Yes.
Cups. One of my
Okay.
favorites.
Mallow
Jack.
cups. The Boyer Candy Company of Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
That's where you go. And they have a factory there. In fact, it's right along the 17th Street, right along the railroad tracks. And you know that all my landmarks are trains. So and that's where the factory is, and you can get all the factory. Wait, hold on 1 second.
Rick's like, hold on.
I had to find it. Maybe I already wore it. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
Oh, we got to change his shirt.
Mallow cups.
Love them. I've always loved them since I was
Yep.
little. There's just something so good about them.
Oh, they are.
They're
Now,
delicious.
there's that little bit of coconut in them. Now, we talked
Hmm.
about coconut on the Discord. I don't mind the flavor of coconut. Sometimes eating the coconut shavings is like eating toenails with that texture thing, but
Hmm.
nothing beats a mallow cup.
Yeah, it works in the milk. I'm not a fan of coconut at all,
Yep.
none whatsoever. But in the milk cup, it just works. It just works. It's just enough. It's like crunchy, and you don't even know it's coconut.
Pezzo, I got this shirt at the Boyer factory about 10 years ago. Yep, there you go. Whipped cream center, made in Altoona, PA. Altoona,
Okay.
PA is also the home of Sheets.
Sheets, really?
Sheets.
I
Sheets
did not
was
know that.
based Sheets was based in Altoona, PA. And you know, they always talk about the whole for the Pennsylvania people always talk about the Sheets versus Wawa is a Philly versus Pittsburgh thing. It's
Mhm.
actually a Philly versus Altoona thing, technically.
Oh,
But
I like Sheets.
you
Stop there a lot when we go home. I know between here and
Sheets.
there, we stop there.
That's that we like hearing that. Um, there's always a Sheets versus Wawa fight when it comes to that. So, and just because of my proximity, I'm Team Sheets. So,
Uh,
I'm sure Pezzo would be Team Sheets. Sue, I think Sue, you might still be in Sheets territory if you're still on here.
20s, Kelly? Wow.
What are we gonna
I
be?
can't stand coconut water, but I don't mind the coconut.
I don't think I've ever had coconut water. Ah,
Me
Pezzo,
neither.
Team Sheets.
There you go, Pezzo.
Pezzo's a Sheets freak. Yeah. I'd make the hand sign if they had one. Actually, it's probably like this. You make a Z because everything ends with a Z.
Mhm.
That's right. That's
Yeah, we
right.
stopped there one time on going home. I was going home, my son was here, and I was going back to Buffalo with him. We stopped that was the first time I ever stopped there, and we got breakfast sandwiches. Oh my god, it was so good. For a
Oh,
gas
they
station
are.
like that, so good.
Oh well, and the funny thing is, they say Sheets is always one of the top 100 places in America to work at.
Oh, like Wegmans. Wegmans is the same way.
Yeah, Wegmans is like that too with their employee satisfaction. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but okay, we have a Sheets out on the highway. It's got a popcorn machine.
Oh,
Oh yeah, ain't no other sheets that have popcorn machines. How we got a popcorn machine out there? I no clue. But and the coffee, the Sheets Brothers coffee is what they call it. You know, because I guess the Hills brothers didn't feel like suing them. But anyways, it's the Sheets Brothers. Although they actually were formed by, I think three brothers actually founded them. They had like a little dairy little store on one of the side streets in Altoona, and then they expanded to two or three, and then they just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and they were able to jump into the. There you go, Pezzo. You see what Pezzo just wrote?
yes.
Hills department stores, baby.
Hey, I worked there, man. I worked at Hills.
That's right, Pezzo. Kelly was a Hills employee up in her days up in Western New York.
I was. I
Hills
worked there. Yep, in Hills. Hmm.
Hills was the greatest department store ever. You know,
It was a lot of fun.
you, yeah, you can take your Walmart and throw it against the wall. I don't care. You can take your Target and miss. It don't really matter to me. Hills was where to be. But
Yeah,
my
Hills was
first,
cool.
but my first computer at Hills on layaway,
Hmm.
an old Atari 130 XE,
Oh my
along with a
goodness.
disk drive and a dot matrix printer. Dot matrix printers are so fun. You're sitting there typing away, typing away, typing away. Print. Do, 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 do. It's like, what the hell's going on up there? I'm printing something for school. So I mean, now it's like, boop, 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 and then you hit your printer on, and 25% of the time it'll shoot out a sheet of paper. 75% of the time you'll get a message saying that you're low on ink. So, next question: why are printers $40 and the color cartridges like $300? It's insane. It is cheaper to go out and buy a new printer with cartridges already in it than it is to go out and buy the cartridges for the for the printer you already have.
Well, it's so funny you say that because today we went to Office Max, one of those stupid types of stores, and we looked at printers because I'm going through ink like left and right for my channel.
You, exactly. Yes.
So he's like, "Why don't you just get a new printer?" I said, "Okay, let's go look at printers." So $550,
Oh,
$750, $385.
you're looking at laser printers then.
I don't know. I'm like, well, I'm not spending that right now. I'd rather get a comfortable chair to sit in for my streams than get a new printer. So we didn't get the printer. We got ink though,
Oh,
and that was like $56.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Hmm.
for a while, you could have bought like Lexmark printers for like 40, $50. But
Yep.
if you want the ink for them, they're like 80, $90. Ah, you okay? Wait, I'll be right back. I got a school printing thing. I'll be
Okay.
right back. I got a story.
I like a good thin mint or Three Musketeers. I don't really care for nuts in my chocolate. So blue bonnet. Oh, I love thin mints. I remember somebody in school printed like 500 pages of the same sheets as Cam. Somebody or you, Cam? Pong, Space Invaders. Yeah. Hi, Tropicool. Hey, Tropicool. My brother-in-law just took a new job selling commercial printers and hasn't landed one account in 6 weeks. Ooh. Do you like after eights? Yes. Yes, I do. Love them. Go print your stuff out at FedEx or Office Max. Do they charge you? I mean, between the paper, even paper is expensive now. The
Okay.
paper,
Oh,
the ink, expensive.
by the way, if anybody out there, if you don't have power and you're watching the stream by candlelight, mention in the chat there so we know what's going on. We'll give you a
Yes.
shout out if you got no power.
No power. Okay.
So, anyways, when I was in junior high,
Yeah.
we had access to the computer at our close university, the Indiana University of Pennsylvania. That's the one I'm closest to, and we had a thing called a deck writer, which is basically like basically imagine a keyboard stand that keyboard player would use, but only it had a keyboard on it and a big tractor roll of paper going through it like that. So we had an account with the computer, and we would have to connect. We had the modem where you picked up the telephone, you dialed the rotary number, you heard that and you slammed it in the couplers in the modem, and then something the thing would type out ready. And I found, okay, let's see how old some of our people are. Who remembers biorhythms?
Biorhythms?
Biorhythms. This is going back in the late 70s or early 80s. It was one of those mood things where you would have charts on how you were doing, and they would go up and down like that. And one had a certain wave this way, one had a certain that way. I don't know if anybody remember those, but I found from one of the other users the program on how to figure out the biorhythms, and I could print them out on this tractor paper. Remember back in the day when you first got your IBM and you got like Print Shop Pro and you made the banners, "Happy Birthday, Liz," and you had to rip out all the pulled paper on the side. And it was all taped together like that. Well, I could do out biorhythms if I had a person's name and their birth date, and I, without anybody knowing, sold other people's biorhythms to them for $1 a month.
Mm.
Okay, I'm in 8th grade doing this, using
True.
using using school using property doing this, and I gave you a special. If you wanted your biorhythms for the next year, it'll cost you $10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, So, but don't tell no one.
I won't.
I'm still trying to figure out Woody Woodpecker wearing gloves, but we'll get to that later. So,
I never even realized, but yeah, I never even
Woody,
realized he was wearing gloves,
yep.
but yeah, he was. I wonder
And
why.
how much Woody Woodpecker sound like Bart Simpson?
Bart Simpson. Hmm.
They have a similar voice, don't they?
They do.
You
They
know?
do.
Yeah.
$10 is a trip to the store for bread nowadays.
You know,
Yeah.
God, remember when eggs were like $10 a dozen?
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
That was nuts. Oh, bird flu, bird flu. Yeah.
Does Rick remember
And
Light Bright, Rock'em Sock'em Robots? I
I
remember
remember
those
both of
things.
those. Yep.
Me too. I love Light
Um,
Bright.
I had actually no, actually my sister had a light bright, and a friend of mine had Rock'em Sock'em Robots. So just Rock'em Sock'em Robots was then boom boom. That was just great.
I
And
had kids'
then
toys too.
and then my good friend Richie, he had Legos. Okay, now we're talking early mid 70s. Okay, they're the only Legos that came out were like your Lego kits. Okay, you didn't have like how you could go out and buy the Death Star, or how you can you how Daisy how you went out and bought a 3-in-1 parrot, that turned into a camera, that
Mhm.
turned into I don't know, that turned into
Mhm.
a jackhammer. I don't know what you just had sets, and then you had sets that had more pieces, and then you had an expansion piece that had more pieces. Could you build something specific? No, we just built the things anyways.
Yep.
I built. I would always build a restaurant in all red bricks, and I would call it Lego Hut. That was the restaurant I would always build, and I had my own commercials too. It always ended at Lego Hut. If you don't like it, don't eat it. That that was just. But that's every time I see you doing Legos, I go back 50 years to Lego Hut.
Lego Hut is cute. That's cute.
Oh, Lego Hut. Hungry, hungry hippos. Oh
I don't
yeah.
know what Screwball Scramble is, though. I don't know what that is, guys.
I don't, I don't know what that is either.
It might be a game over there. Mousetrap? I remember that, but I don't think I ever played that.
Oh, I had Mousetrap. Electronic quarterback, electronic baseball. Oh yeah. I
With a
had
handheld device, yeah, the games
yes,
right before the phones
yes.
came out.
I had the Coleco head-to-head baseball that was sort of shaped like a diamond, and then that thing that came out the back. If you ever, it was really cool. And the thing was, do you remember the television show V? The visitors, the lizard people that that the spaceships came to the United States in 1983, 84, or whatever like that. Carl Malden was in the cast, I think. But they had a device that would neutralize the humans. And what it was a Coleco head-to-head baseball was all painted up with like different color tape and goo gone and all that and like that. And they would paralyze the humans so they could eat them later. But they were using a baseball game. It was pretty cool. So
Hmm. It's kind of like
oh, which bowling game, Kelly?
Robert Englund. Jane Badler as Diana was hot, says Pezzo. I see, Richard. Gotcha. Marble type. Okay. So it's kind of like Marble Run.
What Mousetrap? Or oh no, are you talking about the bowling game, Kelly? I I was a bowler. I had lots of bowling games. Love, still love bowling.
I
I
had
should
the
I should get back.
handheld poker game. That's what I used to love.
I had one
I,
of those too.
I used to
Like
take it to work with me.
you're at work, and then all of a sudden, have it open and straight. You know, again.
Well, when I worked the lines, I would use it, like, if the line broke down, I would just sit down and start playing poker, and, if the line started back up, I'd shove it back in my bag. It was so much fun.
Wait, wait, wait. Now I'm reading what Blue Bonnet said. My sister Joy used to put ants in the freezer, then take them out and slowly watch them come back to life.
Oh my god, really?
That's wild. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jane Badler. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, Diana. Oh God. Okay.
Oh,
I know
oh.
exactly what you mean, Peso. So, and okay, Kelly, you talking about the Coleco bowling game? I know that one too. Yes, yes, that's exactly it, Kelly. Coleco, the Connecticut Leather Company. They had no interest in getting in games, but all of a sudden, on a whim, they took a chance on doing Pong type games, and they were able to get a hold of the Motorola chips that Atari used for Pong, and they put out their own version of Pong, and it became a hit. And then the handheld games, which Coleco had a bunch, and then they had the Coleco Vision, which was one of the greatest 8-bit games ever. I mean, it had like one of the most faithful translations of Donkey Kong before the Nintendo came out. And then, of course, Coleco was the name behind the Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh yeah, actually, Peso, my aunt gave my mom some of those mini arcade ones. And I think she sold them at the flea teak for like 35, $40. Like the mini Pac-Man, the mini Frogger. What was the other one? Was it? I think it was the mini Galaxian one too. The ones that they were shaped like little desktop arcade cabinets. Sega Mega Drive. I didn't have a Sega Mega Drive. I actually had a Sega Master System, and boy, that thing was it was a disappointment. But the Genesis became a lot better than that. I'm old, so
I'm old.
my sister stuck an ant in gum once. I killed the ant because I couldn't take watching it. Blue Bonnet, where did you live that you had ants all over the place? Wow. Wait, it was petting a donkey, standing in a oh my God, a red ant bed. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
You people and ants. Oh God.
Red ants? Oh,
This yeah, the red ants. I mean,
choice is what disappointment. Oh, oh.
yeah. I mean, the red ants, and spreading their communist doctrine. Next thing you know, the Philippines turns communist, and then Papua New Guinea goes, and then next thing you know, you have commies in New Zealand. We can't have that.
Hi, Melinda. How are you? But did you guys say hi to Melinda?
Oh, it's Melinda here.
Melinda Damon. I didn't see her come until just now. Hello, Melinda.
There
How's your
you are,
mom
Melinda.
doing?
Hi.
Hello, Melinda. Thank you. Yes. Local bowling alley called Klondike had a full size Pac Man arcade game in house. Didn't everywhere you went had a full size Pac Man back then?
Pretty much,
Every
yeah.
bar, every arcade, everywhere you went, it was there.
Every laundromat.
Yep.
I mean,
Good night,
almost
though.
anywhere where people were, they had the video games. And it was a Pac Man, or it was something previous, and it was converted to a Pac Man. Like there was a game called Scramble where you're basically like a helicopter trying to shoot things. They turned that into a Pac Man. The same thing with Donkey Kong too. There were either Donkey Kong somewhere, or there was a dual joystick game called Crazy Climber that you would climb. Basically the funny thing was you were a monkey that you were climbing up a building, but not like in Donkey Kong. But Donkey Kong became so popular that Nintendo leased the people that made Crazy Kong the kit to convert all their stuff. They called their game Crazy Kong, and it was almost like 90% just like Donkey Kong, but there was difference in the color or the sounds or whatever, but it tried to play the same.
Yes, I played Miss Pac-Man at the laundromat.
Nice
Used to
job,
have
Richard.
Spider-Man joystick game. I can't remember his name, but it was brilliant. It says Cam. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
At the moon.
Catching lightning bugs at night. Yes.
Oh, no. I remember catching lightning bugs.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country 3 was a good game on the N64.
Yes, it was. All of the Donkey Kong Country games were going there.
Yeah, we would use a like a mayonnaise jar because they had metal lids, and then you would poke holes in the lid so that they had
Yep.
air.
Right. And
Yep.
you put like a twig or some grass in there as well, so they had some place to be instead of being on the glass or
Yep.
whatever like that. You
hmm
get like 9 or 10 of them. They try to get them all to flash and sync. Oh yeah. You only had like a short window to do that. It was like they were only out for like 2 or 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
it was always around the first day of summer.
Oh, I don't remember when it was, but you're right. They weren't around very long.
For us down here and like where I am in Western Pennsylvania, it's like right around the first of summer, and then you had them for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I don't you didn't see them anymore. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Not out for very long. I haven't seen those in, oh my goodness, years.
Oh, Dr. Mario, wow, that goes back a while too.
The glowworms, I remember the glowworms. My son had one. My niece had one. Of course, they were 80s babies. Commodore 64.
Oh, Pez, I think I remember that year. Yeah, that one year with the caterpillars were almost as bad as the cicadas. Oh God, the cicadas. That was we what was it 19 20 either 2018 or 2019 was a huge cicada year for us recently.
I remember reading about that. I mean, I was still living up there then too. Hmm.
Well, I guess there are a dozen or so different cicada colonies, and they all come out at different times in different places. I remember seeing a chart of that once.
Hmm. Interesting.
I never caught a tadpole. Hey, Stuart, where I live, we don't have very many ponds where I am. I know I do have the river about 2 blocks down from me, but I never really went there that much. Probably because I can't swim. It's like don't be somewhere where you can't
Yeah,
do things. Yeah,
I
yeah,
can relate. Mhm.
yeah. Mm. It's like whenever the Pope would tell Catholics about not about using birth control or not using birth control. Quite frankly, I always said if you don't play the game, you can't make the rules. Oh, what's going on, Cam?
Used to catch tadpoles. I remember catching salamanders when I was little. I had a thing with salamanders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is weird because now you wouldn't catch me touching any of that stuff. But back then, I was like, I used to catch them. I used to catch butterflies, like you said, the fireflies. I liked a lot of bugs back then, but not now.
Oh, the fireflies especially. Although all the other bugs I really couldn't care less. Although occasional ladybug, not beetle things with the black dots that are actually an invasive species that
Yes,
aren't ladybugs,
they're
but they
Japanese
look like
beetles.
ladybugs. The actual, yeah, the Japanese cross-dressing beetles, because they're trying to look like ladybugs, and
Yep.
it's
That's what I always tell
you
people. Are you sure it's not a Japanese
know.
beetle? Are you sure it's a ladybug? They're, oh yeah, it's a ladybug. They look a
Yeah,
lot
if
alike.
you want, if yeah, if you want to tell the difference between a Japanese beetle and a ladybug, look at her hands. Her hands would be huge.
Are ladybugs lucky? Yes, they are. They are. How are you
Cyrus and
today, Mary?
Redstone.
Hey, Mary. Mary, how are you? I stopped in your live a few times today, Mary, but I don't think I actually even talked. Except maybe this morning. I think I talked to you. You
Pezzo,
okay?
I've had both Cyrus and Redstone candy. They're both quite good.
Oh, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Oh, it's a Pittsburgh area candy makers. Cyrus and Redstone
Oh,
chocolates.
okay.
They like for they make chocolate chocolates for Christmas and Easter bunny stuff, and you can get
Mm-hmm.
a chocolate giant egg full of peanut butter. A
Right.
giant egg full of peanut butter. You just leave me alone at that point. It's like give me the giant egg full of peanut butter, and I'll come out in a day or two. So because
Yeah. Now you're
peanut butter.
making me hungry here.
I know peanut butter,
Wearing that
egg
Mallow
peanut
Cup
butter.
shirt, like I'm just sitting here looking at it.
Well, no, it says it says Olam Puck to you.
I want some of that.
Ladybugs are always lucky, random or not random.
Something I don't get. Lucky rabbit foot like rabbit wasn't lucky. I found small snakes in the woods, says John.
Oh, Pezzo, there's so much great stuff in Pennsylvania. There's so much great stuff. I mean, you can just start off with Heinz ketchup and go from there. Okay, here we go. This is a consumer lookout thing for all you guys. If you go to a diner or somewhere and they serve Heinz ketchup, like like a bottle at the table. I mean, I know diners do that more, but then they keep refilling the bottles. They'll bring out that big giant can or whatever, and
Hmm.
like that to fill the bottle up. If you look at the keystone on the bottle of Heinz ketchup, and that's what that design is called. It's called a keystone. Okay, the outer edge is the same shade of red as their ketchup. So if you go to a diner or if you go to say a Denny's or a Waffle House or whatever, and there's a bottle of Heinz ketchup at your table, and if the ketchup inside does not match the outside red on the keystone on the label of the Heinz logo, that's not Heinz ketchup in there.
They filled it with no name brand.
Yeah, something from Cisco or whatever,
Hmm.
whatever generic, multi house thing like that. But if it's like too light, then it's somebody else's ketchup. Because we have a diner just outside of town, and my we went out there for dinner. It was probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and we were out on the side of the table, and some of the tables had Heinz ketchup bottles, some of the tables had like other generic ketchup bottles. So the waitress took us to our table. It had one of the different. It was a Hunts or something balls. Like I don't want to stay here. I want Heinz ketchup. So, it's like, can we just switch bottles and just do that? So yeah, yeah. So we sat down, and the waitress rolling her eyes, switched the ketchup balls because it was a Heinz ketchup ball, nothing like that. And then I looked at it, and she's like, I don't need Heinz ketchup. I don't need Heinz ketchup." And then I looked at the ketchup bottle, and the ketchup was not the same color as the red label. I just said, "Okay," because my sister's a Karen. So well, she is. She can be a
I
Karen
can't believe you just
sometimes.
said that.
What? My sister's a Karen. My that's not even my sister's name, and my son-in-law calls her Karen. Of course, my son-in-law also calls me Ricky Bobby. So we'll go from
Ricky
there.
Bobby.
Yeah.
That's from that Step Brothers show, isn't it?
No, that's from Talladega Nights, but it's the same actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ricky Bobby. Okay.
Ricky Bobby. Yeah, which I absolutely adore.
Hi,
Well,
Danny. Hi, Peter.
hi, Danny, and hello, Peter, and
That's
oh
Rick Topeka, Danny. That's Rick.
yeah, Danny, what's up?
My cousin Karen is a Karen. Oh my gosh, you guys.
I mean,
I don't know, Boo Bonnet.
my sister is a very intelligent woman, but she just I don't know. She's obstinate. Let's put it that way. She's obstinate. And unfortunately, the more obstinate she is about something, usually the more wrong she is. So, because I remember one time, um, oh, years and years and years ago, I got a good deal when I was working in. Oh, I got to tell you about crossing your fingers on a new job here, but I got a good deal on a set of living room furniture for our family, and it was like that brushed felt velour, whatever that fabric that everybody fell in love with 15 years ago. That like yeah, I don't know what it was. You moved your hand one way as different as a different map. It was something, but anyways, I so anyways, it was like we got the sofa. It was a good sized sofa, love seat, and a rocker recliner for like $900. And even back 15, 20 years ago, that was a great deal. My sister asked about it. I said, "Well, here's why, guy. You go to this store, ask for this man, mention my name, we'll give you the same deal." So what did she do? Did she go to the same store I went to, ask for this man I told her to, mention my name, get the same deal? No. She went somewhere else thinking she could get the same stuff there, end up getting something she totally didn't like, and cost her $600 more. And when they delivered it, they broke the love seat.
Oh, jeez.
When all she had to do was go to this store, ask for this guy, mention my name, you get the exact same deal. So, but that's on her. Okay. Oh, so anyways, real quickly, hopefully this interview I have next week there was an advertising agency in the same town where the newspaper I used to work at was. In fact, I've dealt with these people a lot. I emailed them constantly back and forth for the last 25 years. They would supply us with newspaper ads and ads for our internet site for some of the businesses which they handle, which includes a hospital, an airport, a bank, and a bunch of other people. And I basically got I got a phone. They actually posted something on Indeed, and I went and filled it out. And the guy who called me said, "Well, we don't normally check on Indeed because we usually get people nowhere near the experience they need, but everything that they had the experience with is something that I did for the last 25 years. Not only that, the guy that called me previously worked for the same boss that hired me 25 years ago. So right now, I'm hoping to be the lead candidate in this, and hopefully next week they're gonna give me a call for two. They're gonna want me to do an on-site interview where he said, "We're probably going to end up giving you a client and have you do like, maybe create a pamphlet or create a full page ad or create some digital artwork for it, some digital ads." And I'm like, "Done that before, sure."
Wow.
So that's what is going on here.
Uh-oh, what did I miss?
No, I'm hitting stupid buttons on the side where my face is. I don't know what they are. Lighting, green. I don't want green screen. What the? I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know why these are here. So apparently the camera controls right right
On
here.
the right here, yeah.
Yeah, and either I didn't notice them for the last 110 minutes, or something just.
Yeah, they're always there. If you're streaming, they're not there if you're watching the stream.
Hey, thank you guys on that. I hope so too. Like the only drawback might be my age. I even mentioned that, but the guy says, "Ah, we got a 72-year-old guy with us." It's like, oh
Well,
yeah, I
because
won't be
most
here
people
sweating the
know
office.
that, you know, you're gonna work way better than someone who's in their younger years, put it that way. Mhm.
Well, people who have been managers for a while understand work ethic.
Yes.
People who are young and put in a position of power, relative power like that, are going to say, "Oh, I'm going to hire this 60-year-old guy, and all he's going to do is sit on his computer and say, 'Get off my lawn,'" you know, you know. "Oh, you damn IT tech kids with your 8-track tapes and your avocado size swimming pools or whatever like that." So, Pezia, you got no snow yet. So, anyways,
John, who you
I'm
talking to? If you've seen UFOs, I can interview you.
Plywood. Hey,
Hi,
how you doing?
hey, Plywood.
That's right.
Mellow Cup.
Uh huh.
Hi, Plywood. How are you? Hi, Peter.
I'll tell you what. They also make the PB smoothie, which is a peanut butter cup, but also mixed in with the peanut butter is a little bit of butterscotch.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
butterscotch.
that's the PB smoothie. You can get those from Boyer as well.
Mm. So it's like a Reese cup, kind of.
It's a Reese cup, but with
Kind of.
caramel in it. And also, if you remember the Clark bar,
Oh,
the
my mother used to love Clark bars. Yep.
Pittsburgh, but they closed down. Boyer Candy has the
Mm.
recipe. Boyer Candy's making the Clark bars now,
Oh, wow.
and they also make the Clark bar in the form of a cup. So they now have Clark bar cups now,
What do you mean in the form of a cup?
like a peanut butter cup. Well, now
Oh,
you have a
okay.
Clark bar. Now
I
you have a
got you.
Clark bar shaped like a cup now too.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Plywood. Hi,
Thank
Colleen.
you, plywood.
Hi,
Colleen,
Colleen.
hi, how you doing? Staying warm, Colleen?
Rick, John P was talking to you about interviewing you if you saw a UFO. Yeah, Clark Bar. You remember in Peso? Mm-hmm. That's my mom's
Okay,
favorite.
Kelly, say that again. You're cutting out there.
John P was talking to you about interviewing you if you saw a UFO.
I've never seen a UFO,
Okay.
but I know like our area is big for UFO sightings and Bigfoot sightings as well. In fact, I live about a half hour away from one of the more popular UFO sightings. It was 1966 in Stoystown, PA. That was that was when the big acorn-shaped object fell, and like I say, that's about a half hour, 45 minutes away. But when that happened, I was only 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
Do I know stories? I don't know any offhand, but I know in Greensburg, PA, which is the county seat of the next county, there's a guy. There is a ufologist. Stories regarding UFOs and Bigfoot, and I know he's got. I can't think of his name right now. I'm going to try to figure out what it is next time I see you. I'm going to write it down. Next time I see you on, I'll tell you who it is, and because I know when I worked for the newspaper, we interviewed him quite a few times. But he has it's with like Stallstown UFO from '66, and he also has some Bigfoot sightings as well.
Hmm. Paranormal is so fascinating. It is.
John, I'm hold on one second. I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
GBGU. Okay, I got it. He is amazing. We've interviewed him quite a few times, and actually, if you might even Google ufologist. Hold on, got it, John. Although I think I subscribed to you, so I might have your email on your channel, but got that written down too. If look for ufologist Greensburg, PA. Oh, Pezzo, that's
Like paranormal, Colleen, not UFO. Gotcha.
see, I've never had a UFO or a paranormal sighting. Uh, I've never been lucky enough for that.
Oh, I had something go on at my house one time.
Hello, Peter.
Did I ever tell you the story?
No, I don't think so. Go on.
It's a quick one. It's a
I
short
did go
one.
for it.
Long time ago, I was divorced, living alone with my two little boys. Everyone is asleep. Them in the room next door, and me in my room. And I woke up in the middle of the night. My whole room was full of what I thought was smoke. Looked like my house was on
Oh,
fire. At that time, it was back in the '90s, and you had those cordless phones. Remember cordless phones?
yes, I do. Oh, my
So I
mom
had
has a
one.
house full of them. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I had one in my bedroom. So I grabbed the phone. I go running out of the house. I'm screaming at my kids. Get up, get up. The house is on fire. Get the house on fire. So the kids get up. We start running to outside. My son stops. He's like, Mom, what are you talking about? I said, look at the smoke. And they're like, Mom, there's nothing there. I'm like, go look in my bedroom. And they did. And my whole room was full of this haze. It wasn't smoke. We don't know what it was.
And it
We
was
all went
just
back
your
to
room.
bed. We all went back to bed. I don't know what it was. It was the
Just
weirdest thing
your
ever.
just your bedroom.
Just my bedroom. And I
Huh.
really thought my house was on fire. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was so scared. Yep. So I don't know what that was. Was it something there? By morning, when we all woke up, it was gone. I don't know what it was.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yep. I lived
wild.
in Silver Creek, New York back then. Silver Creek, New York. It's 8 a.m., Richard.
I've
Oh, I
been
think that was
watching
on Discord. It was
Pezzo
scary,
saw one.
Colleen. hmm
Pezzo saw one at a loading field there.
Yeah, Pezzo, that's really pretty interesting. Can you describe what it looked like, Pezzo? It was
Yeah.
not man made.
Was was it saucer? Was it?
I did look outside, John. If you're talking to me, I did. I looked outside. We actually went outside because I was scared. And my sister lived across the street, and that's where we were gonna go. But that's when my son stopped. He's like, "Mom, what are you talking about?" And my kids were just little. It was just a weird, weird thing. Ouija board. We did Ouija board when I was a teenager. I believe in the Ouija board. I will never touch that thing again, ever. We did it
We
when we were
tried
teenagers.
we tried that. We could never get it to work.
That's what I said. I don't know if the people I was doing it with, like, they fixed it to make it the
Right.
what it did, but, like, it was only 4 of us. We all decided, to play this game. It wasn't like anybody really had time to prepare, but maybe someone prepared before that, and I wasn't aware of it. But I'll tell you what, it scared all of us. We whipped that board in the garbage, and we never went near it again.
Gee. I'm no, me and a few
Yeah.
friends of mine, we honestly tried it. And I think, I don't think either of us were smart enough to try to move the thing, and like, we were just like, okay, obviously we're not very good conduits to the other side.
Mhm.
So I mean, it might be something like that.
I don't know. I wonder now that I'm older, like, really what happened when we played that game. Was it arranged? Were a couple of the people, guiding it,
But
and I wasn't aware of it? I don't know. I don't think so, but it could have been.
that's wild.
It was our friends. It was my friend's, her brother's board, and we took it and we played with it in the basement, and I didn't like it.
Pezzo, that's quite a story. The UFO lit up the Lily field for minutes. Wow.
Moved otherworldly speed to the left. Wow. Yeah, like, yeah,
And how far off the ground was it, Pezzo?
Richard, you saw a big blue ball? Like a meteor? It might have been a meteor, Richard. My boss, one of my bosses where I worked, he said he was abducted by aliens.
Hmm.
I mean, he told everybody he was abducted by aliens, and they let him go.
Yeah.
I wonder, you know,
Hmm.
he was one
Yeah,
of the managers at work. That tells you that.
they let him go, and I would imagine he'd be one of the guys turn around and says, "Wait, don't I get an anal probe?" So
Maybe he
uh,
was. Who knows?
I was looking forward to it. I was hoping you'd buy me dinner first. I don't.
Uh, about 1,000 feet, Basil says. Wow.
Hmm. It moves your TV.
Oh my God, really,
Jeez.
Richard? Wowza. I know one time when I had one little boy at the time, just one little one, and my mom came over to babysit. My ex-husband and I were going somewhere, so we go. And when we came home, my mother was very, very upset. And I'm like, Mom, what's the matter? And she said, Kelly, there's a ghost in this house. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said, that rocking chair right there, it moved all night long.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, Mom, maybe it was just the furnace. Maybe the furnace kicked on. She's like, no, Kelly. She's like, I'm not stupid. It moved. And it not only moved once, but it moved a couple different times. And she says, I sat over here on the couch watching it. I'm like, Mom,
Wow.
I really don't think so. But she swore that there was something in the house. Nobody ever saw
Cam,
anything else.
hmm. Cam, thank you for popping in. Take care. We'll see you on the Discord.
Yeah, good night, Cam.
So now the rocking chair now.
Hmm.
So the rocking chair moved.
I bought a rocking chair from the Amish. I don't know if you know what the
Right.
Amish rocking chairs are, but um, it was lovely. It was a beautiful piece, and nobody really ever sat in it. It just really sat in the corner. And yeah, the one and only time my mother really ever babysat when my kids were little, when my one kid was little, and she said there was something in the house. Something was causing that
Wow.
rocking chair to move. And she said it didn't just like move, it like rocked. And I'm like, there was no cameras, or I mean, like no cell phones back then. This is probably like 1983. And
And there was no breeze in the room or anything like that. It was just
that's what I attributed it to. Like the furnace kicked on, it was this hot air and but she said no. Mm-mm. But she said no, it
hmm,
wouldn't have moved like that, Kelly. It was rocking like somebody was sitting in it.
wow.
Like, that is really weird, Mom.
Mm. Yeah, I
Those
had
are the only
that.
two I've ever had, those experiences.
That's two more than what I've had. I've never had unless unless something unexplained happened. I immediately threw some sort of logical explanation at that, and you know, I don't know. I was never fortunate enough to see a UFO or to experience something paranormal.
I've never seen a UFO. Not that I can remember anyway. I don't remember ever seeing one.
Wow.
I mean, you do see a lot of things in the sky, especially down here, but
Oh
most
yeah,
times it's something.
yeah. It's a plane or a shooting star, or meteor, or whatever. Yep. Wow. Be right back. Let me check for snow.
You got it. Kelly heard we had a little girl ghost that would play with our toys. And he saw it, Richard. Someone said on the
Ooh,
foot of the
no
bed,
snow yet.
Kelly. Wow. Hi, Seppi.
Oh, jeez. Someone sat on the foot of the bed. Yeesh.
Wow.
Wow, that's all creepy.
Hmm. I've heard that before, Pezzo, how fast some of those are. Yep. Oh, wow, Richard. McDonald's is haunted. Haunted. The ice machine randomly spits out ice at people. Heard voices. It's funny you say that, Big Tender, because my son and I, one of the houses I lived in Buffalo, it was just my youngest son, he was the only one left, and myself. And when I would take a bubble bath, I would hear all these noises, like people were having a party. I'm like, what's going on? I lived in a townhouse. Actually, it was like a duplex. There was two, mine and my neighbors. That was it. But they called them townhouse. Anyway, I would hear these noises every single time I took a bath. I'm like, what in the world is it? Every time I take a bath, I hear these noises. So years went by. And one time I mentioned it in front, like at a party, about these voices I hear in the bathtub. And my son says, "Oh my God, Mom, I hear them too." Because my one son loves the bath. He says, "Every time I take a bath, I hear all these voices." I'm like, "Oh my God, Jeremy, that is so weird." I'm like, I never told anybody because I thought it was just like people in the neighborhood or so we don't know
Have
what that was.
you've never figured it out what that was?
Never figured it out. Mm-mm.
And
And
you
and the
never
people that lived next door on the other half of the duplex, it was one single guy. He was an air traffic controller. He was never home. He worked 12 hours and he slept like 8. So it wasn't like he was having parties every single time I took a bath, because if I took a bath every day, I heard these voices every single day.
Well, were they party voices or were they
Yes,
like traffic
it sound
voices? They were
it's
party.
no, it sounded like somebody was having a party. Yeah, it was just like party noise. I don't know what it was, and my son doesn't know what it was either.
That's bizarre.
But the neighborhood was built on an old quarry, so I said, well, maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know.
Mm. Good night, Blue
Yeah.
Bonnet.
Good night, Blue Bonnet.
Wow.
I told you about the time I was once pinned down by a ghost and struggled to get up. When I could finally get free, all I saw was a dark shit over. Oh my God, Richard.
Good.
Watch the movie from 2019. I See You. No, I don't like those scary movies. Good night, Blue Bonnet. We'll see you tomorrow.
Pezzo, fantastic story about the UFO of the Little League field.
Yeah, that's a great story, Pezzo.
Yeah. West Southwest PA is a bit of a paranormal or extraterrestrial area. There's been a lot of sightings, a lot of reports of that area.
Wow, very
And
cool.
Kelly Heard, good gravy.
Oh my God, Kelly
And that,
heard. I know.
yeah, good. The guy sitting on your bed while you guys run under the covers. Jeez.
Daisy, you got some stories for a little morning talk, but it's like 5 a.m. here. John, go to bed. An Indian burial ground. I wondered that. I wondered that. It was a quarry, though.
Hello, Gem
Back.
State.
Hey, Gem State. Uh oh. Sirens. Let's cracking sunbeams. It's not a horror movie, Daisy. Oh, it's not? Oh, okay, Cal. When I do my UFO morning coffee show, I do stop in all the time, John. I usually just can't stay. Oh, that's a cops. Gem State's in Idaho. You know who else is in Idaho? Billy Bago and Justin Hill. Richard said, didn't just happen to me, it happened to my mom
All
too.
right, John P. If you're still here, John, here. This is what you're gonna want to Google right here. Google ufologist Greensburg, PA. I'll try to get to the. In the meantime, I'll try to look. I'll try to look for his name too, because I might be able to recognize it, and then I'll shoot you an email and give you what his contact is, or even give you his website. Good. I was hoping this thing was going to come in handy tonight.
You were prepared.
That's right. I mean I can do all the stupid things here. I'll do another stupid one here. This is this is for all the doom scrollers out there.
Oh, no. The
Yep.
earth is flat, right?
Here we go. For all you doom scrollers, here. Find the different one.
Hi, Myrna.
Duh.
Hey, Myrna. Oh, what you got there?
Double tap when you find the different one. Because this is so unique. Nobody does this in the YouTube lives anymore.
Oh,
We're all
my
too
goodness, I
busy.
know it.
We're all too busy trying on clothes and yelling at you.
I haven't seen her lately. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, I'm,
I
I'm
see that. I see that 67 every
her.
day.
Yeah, her brother or her whatever, he's related to her, he's outside selling tights now. He's like outside where it's like cold outside, telling us how wonderful the reversible tights are. It's like yeah, but you know what? You're not changing in and out of them every 3 seconds like your sister does with the dresses and just totally just mesmerizing, just watching somebody just flash dress. It's like you know, as you're not looking at anything in particular, you're just totally amazed that this woman does this quick wardrobe changing,
Yes.
and you get no information about where to buy these things, how much they cost. No, we're just watching a woman just try on 45 dresses in a row while she yells at you. Although the
For some reason, I like that channel.
So,
Oh, he's
well,
back.
why,
You're
wait, I gotta
back.
get out, come back in.
No, you're back. You're
Huh?
good. You're good.
Okay.
He's good.
Was I frozen? What I do?
Yes, you were frozen, but you're good now. It's probably just internet.
No, what it was the yeah, it was the internet self censoring me because my story sucked. It's like,
No.
all right.
Mm. Where'd the moon go?
The
Hey, the moon was
moon.
right there. Where'd it go? Oh, it's back over that way now.
Oh, wait. The moon. Now it's down there.
The moon?
No, now there's two moons. No, those are street lights.
Those are dock lights and stuff like that.
What's that to the left? Oh, there's no moon reflection down there. Everybody else is reflecting
The
here.
moon was actually it was up there now, but see now, I don't know if you can see it. It's over there. See it?
Oh, I see it now.
That's the
It's
moon. But
peekaboo behind that house.
it was right there. The moon was actually right there just a little while ago.
Geez,
Yeah,
that
it's back
house,
there now.
you zoomed in any tighter, you can find out what brand of underwear that guy was wearing. Good gravy.
Let's take a look.
It's like,
Somebody said this morning, it's been a long time since we played Nosy Neighbor. I'm like, oh, well, we need to do
that's
that.
right.
We love playing Nosy Neighbor, right?
Like, dunk, 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 dunk. Oh, the Stevensons are fighting again. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Okay.
Oh, what having for dinner today?
Dunk,
And if
dunk.
you're friends with them,
Oh my
you
God.
call them up and say, hey, we're going to stop by while they're having dinner. It's like, oh, I want that.
That's right. It's like you're. Oh yeah, you're making tomato surprise. Oh, there's no tomatoes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprise.
Canal de
Surprise.
Sac. Canal cul de sac. Yes, it is, Pezzo. It's a cul de sac. Boxers or briefs, right? Yeah.
Hey, hey, Steve. Why are you trying on your wife's dresses rapid fire like that? Oh, you're making a YouTube short. Okay, good on you. All right.
We can see how many cabbies are in.
Hey, he might have 12,000 likes. What do we know? Not for us to
Yeah.
judge. Yeah.
Big Tender, I'm going live tomorrow around 11 or 12 p.m. You got it.
Oh, cool.
Actually, we're going live with Richard tomorrow. Richard, what time are we doing that tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want to hear about the food we're doing here.
Yeah, he's cooking, and I might go to the beach and while he cooks, or sit here, one or the other, playing hide and seek. 2 p.m. Okay,
2 p at our time. Sweet.
gotcha.
Yeah, I want to
I'm
see what
either
you're
gonna
making.
be here, Richard, or I'll be at the beach. But the main thing is you're cooking, so doesn't matter
Yeah,
where I
and
am.
I want to see that too. All right, quarter after 11. Let's wrap it up,
All right,
Kelly.
everybody. Thank you so
All
much for
right.
being here, you
Look,
guys.
thank you all for putting up with me yet again. I love you and all.
We love you guys.
So you guys take care. Some of you I might see you on Discord later. Uh Pezzo, thank you again for
For being
backing up a
cheerio.
fellow Yinzer. And Richard and Kelly Hurd. I love you, Kelly Hurd. And
Yeah, me
well, I love
too.
you too, Richard. I love all you guys. You guys are
I love
just
all you
so
guys.
uh,
Yeah,
you read up our chat. That's another Yinzer thing. You read up our chat. You make it all spick and span, and then You toss all the trolls in Monongahela. Yeah, I like
Thank you,
that. So
Pezzo.
God bless you all. Pezzo,
We
you the
love you
man.
guys. We'll see you for
All
tea in
right.
the morning.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Take
Rick.
care.
Bye,
Bye
everybody.
bye.